Abaami, omanyi mbagala nnyo. Seriously, I really love you guys. You're my darlings. I also acknowledge your headship role. It doesn't matter how much as a woman I have or how high I go up in the hierarchy, you are the head. And because I know that, I also think that this headship role should be taken very seriously. Because I think everything that the head does has a bearing on the subject. And that is why I am burdened and will not stop talking to you. I know someone who is not well because they had a major accident, and they had it drunk, and they had it very late, actually very early, the wee hours of a Monday. They were driving their head of a family. And so I was thinking about that person now, and I got the thought that I should come here and talk to you, my brothers. Some of you are my sons. Nti ekifo chonga head, anything you do is not just for you alone. Toli mukwekolera kantuko, because it is going to touch every member of your family. This is true of your wife as well, but it is doubly true for you because you are the head. When you decide to go and drink, especially if you're going to overdo it, it's going to have a bearing on you, your wife, and your children. The decision to borrow or not to borrow money will touch your family. The decision to kwana a mistress or not to kwana is going to affect your family. Whatever you decide to do, whether it is joining politics or joining business, whatever decision you take, keep at the back of your mind that it is going to touch your family. And so when you take it cautiously, knowing I am going to pay this price if I want that benefit. Abantu bano abasigale waka, when you decide, especially when you decide to go drinking or to go off and have fun, abantu abasigale waka, anything that happens to you is going to touch them. If it is a nice thing, positively. If it is not nice, negatively. So if you can avoid because some of those things we can avoid. If you can avoid the negative things, you are not just doing it for yourself. You're doing it for your wife, you're doing it for your children, you're doing it for their children. Kubanga Jajja, who died prematurely, is going to have, that whole thing is going to have an impact on them. As my brothers, as my sons, as heads of families, any decision you take, to or not to, touches your family a certain way. So before you finally make it, think through and be guided by those insights. That's why I came. I have this particular person in mind who is admitted now because they drove. Before we all wake up, the wee hours of the morning, they got into an accident. They were drunk. Aina ekyokuyiga nga akirabyemu akiyige. Asobola okusharinga video, please go ahead and do. But over and above everything else, please always remember that as head, everything I do has a bearing on my family. Always, Jenny.